Meteorologist Shanna Mendiola here with a check of your first alert forecast. Hot today, hotter tomorrow, Shanna, and it's December in LA.
I know, but look at this. It doesn't look like it, right? These were the highs today. We were at 84 in downtown LA. Didn't be a record, but it was definitely much warmer than average. All west of the mountains, we have 70s and 80s here for your daytime highs. And we're going to see a little bit more of a warm up here tomorrow as well, with temperatures peaking as we head to Wednesday. So earlier today, again, 60s and 70s for Victorville and Lancaster. Oxnard, you're at 79. Van Nuys, 81. And LAX, about 81 degrees. Coming up, I'm going to talk about just how long this warmth is going to last, because tomorrow is expected to be the warmest day of the week. And then we're going to see a little change for the weekend. All of that and more coming up in your 7-day forecast. Just Sunday, back to you.
Shauna, thank you. President Trump is out with a new pitch on the economy tonight, but according to recent polling, most Americans aren't buying it. The president. All right, looking live now from our camera atop Mount Wilson tonight. Look at all those lights. Meteorologist Shanna Mendiola here with a check of your first alert forecast and those warmer temperatures.
All right, Camilla, look at that moon. Our director, Dave, told me about it. And it's like, hey, there's a nice moon on the camera. So we put it up to show you. It's nice and clear. You can see the moon. And as we head to tomorrow without the marine layer, we're heating up fast. So this is a look towards Burbank. Out in Pasadena, your highs tomorrow will be in the 80s. And it's going to be the warmest day of the week before we start cooling down. Now, notice how even if we cool down into the weekend, we're still well above average. Your average highs for this time of year in the 60s. And we're in the 70s all the way through next week. So very warm weather for us here in December. It is going to continue with a peak heat tomorrow for this week. And then we are going to see possible record highs for some locations. It is going to be pretty close in some spots. If you thought today was warm, it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. We have very light wind right now. So where you're seeing the wind is in Santa Clarita, and this is an offshore wind. And so with that, we've had the weak winds allow things to warm up, and we're going to see that again tomorrow. So your future cast for that, showing that we are going to have those light winds in the morning. Peaking as we head to the lunchtime hour, nothing that's advisory level, everything below that. But just a nice breeze through those typical wind-prone spots, allowing things to warm up. Now, I fast-forwarded all the way into the weekend because we are going to see a reversal of wind, and that's going to change what we're going to feel here out the door. And record highs here for tomorrow. Again, not so much changing, but we'll get pretty close in some spots like Burbank. Old record 88, we're going to get to 86, possibly tomorrow. If we get to 88, we'll tie that. Possible tie for Riverside. Downtown LA getting close, 85 degrees tomorrow with Long Beach at 81. Old record there at 86. So you got about 5 degrees to go before we even tie that. We'll watch it for you and give you updates. All right, air quality alert still till midnight tonight. Please do not burn any wood or anything outside in your fireplaces or outdoor places. We just don't want any pollution towards the LA County area. The reason for that is, again, the lack of that movement in the atmosphere. Not a lot of wind, very light wind, and a ridge of high pressure. Look at this. We've got a dry California all the way through the weekend. All the storms get directed up to the north, so Pacific Northwest pretty busy as that ridge keeps all those storms up and out of our way. So this is why we're going to see those 80s for the next few days. A peak warmth tomorrow, and then into the weekend, we continue to see the warmth as we head to the new week, as another ridge of high pressure is right behind it. So even warmer tomorrow, close to 90 degrees in the Inland Empire. We've got 80s in Orange County, a mid-80 day in Los Angeles with 80s through the valleys, 70s for the deserts. Looking forward, we did mention a slight cool down day by day, but it's very gradual. So Thursday, still in the 80s. We'll get to the 70s on Friday. Then this weekend, we've got temperatures going down to the 70s, but stay above average. So average highs, 60s for us, but we're going to see some 70s as we head to next week. Valley forecast still very warm tomorrow, about 86 for you there, 87 for the IE, low 80s for Thursday. Then we get to the weekend, we've got some 70s on the way, and even next week, we still stay in the mid to upper 70s Monday and Tuesday. So this warmth continues for the next at least week and a half. All right, high desert, we've got not a lot of wind for you, 70s and 60s on the way, and the mountain forecast, nice and dry, nothing but sunshine all the way through next week. That has been your forecast. We'll send it over to James now with a check of sports. Hi, James.